Hello everyone, I am Ankur Kumar from class 10th A and I have made this application for annual science exhibition under the theme Decoding and Working Together Towards Sustainable Alternatives under the sub-theme Science with Fun. Through this application, I will be explaining the Van Allen belts. Van Allen belt is the zone of charged particles surrounding the Earth which help in protecting the Earth from deadly solar storms and solar winds. In the process, the charged particles get stopped in the radiation zone while their energy gets transferred to the surrounding particles and in turn charge the belt even more. The Van Allen belts were discovered by many scientists under James Van Allen at the University of Iowa in the early 1958 by Explorer 1 and Explorer 3. The early 1958 was also known as the Space Age because it was the time when Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, which was the first satellite to be launched in space. Explorer 1 and Explorer 3 were a part of Explorer missions set up by NASA to initiate space research. Similar belts were found around other planets, but not stars, as stars lack a stable global and dipole field. Earth's atmosphere binds these particles to a range of 600 to 1000 km. As you can see, this is the structure of a Van Allen belt. The two major components are the outer belt and the inner belt. The outer belt is represented by the dark blue color, which ranges from 12,000 to 25,000 miles, and the inner belt is represented by the indigo color on the inside, which ranges from 1,000 to 8,000 miles. The area within is also termed as safe zone because there is little to no radiation there and it is safe from solar storms by the outer belt. The inner Van Allen belt extends typically from an altitude of 0.2 to 2 Earth radii or 1000 km to 12,000 km range above the Earth. The inner belt contains high concentrations of electrons and energetic protons trapped by the relatively strong magnetic fields in the region, which makes it highly charged. The outer belt consists mainly of high-energy electrons trapped by the Earth's magnetosphere. It is more variable than the inner belt as it is more easily influenced by solar activity. It is almost toroidal in shape, beginning at an altitude of 13,000 to 60,000 kilometers. The outer electron radiation belt is mostly produced by the inward radial diffusion. The potential uses of the Van Allen belt is the radiation in these belts is helpful in saving fuel in satellites because it causes the satellite to accelerate at very high speeds if done properly and with enough care. This was seen in Mangalyaan and happens regularly with the particles trying to enter the belts. The particles can attain speed comparable enough to the speed of light. Radiation sources can be used to power spacecraft and satellites. The lights on ocean buoys and remote weather stations. They can also be used to generate electrical power for consumer use, as is done in a nuclear reactor. Of all of these processes, nuclear power is probably the most well known. The International Space Station, or the ISS, uses solar energy at its peak and stores and deflects the radiation. The stored radiation can instead be an asset because the energy of the belt is approximately 30 million electron volts. Radiation in limited quantity can be used in medicine to diagnose illnesses and in high doses to treat diseases such as cancer. X-rays are among the weaker sections of radiation and we all know how helpful it is to diagnose bone-related and muscle-related issues, and it shows how useful can it be to have an enormous amounts of radiation. X-rays, gamma rays, photons and electron beams are examples of weak radiation which are used in cancer therapy. So these are the uses of radiation. Thank you.